And finally, a giant Schnauzer called Philippe has been awarded Best in Show at this year's Crufts. It was third time lucky for owner Kevin Cullen. He lost out in 2 previous finals. Philippe won over the judges with his big black eyes and droopy moustache.
Oh, fantastic. That dog's been on sparkling forms.
Maybe I should go into Crufts. 10 minutes past 7.
Oh, he's gorgeous. He'd be so much nicer if he was called Trevor, though, or something.
Was quite shiny, though, wasn't he?
His
Lovely and shiny.
His coat was shinier than it had ever been. I watched it last night. I thought it was fascinating. Yeah, I watched it all.
Oh,
his coat was shinier than it had ever been. Really looked like it was going to be his year. And it was.
His face.
Some of the poor dogs, they can't see a thing because they have their hair brushed over their eyes.
Yeah, but that's Kennel Club regulations about how they're supposed to look.
You'd rather be able to see, wouldn't you?
And finally, a giant Schnauzer called Philippe has been awarded Best in Show at this year's Crufts. It was third time lucky for owner Kevin Cullen after losing out in 2 previous finals. Philippe won over the judges with his big black eyes and a droopy moustache. Actually, maybe he wasn't French, but 10 minutes past 8. But with Philippe being the name.
How can a man called Kevin have a dog called Philippe? That's a strange...
I think you see quite often they end up with a kennel name, don't they? You see, it's depending on their sire and their yes, and their mama and their papa.
I like dogs called Kevin and Malcolm, and I'd call one Frank. You see, I'd love to have a dog called Frank.
John. It's a good name for a dog. We've got loads more still to come this morning.